aside from basic talent, what's the most important ingredient that you have in your head as you move along in the entertainment business? What else must you have?
You must have a will to keep going.
Bobby Womack was not who we thought he was. On the surface, he was a soul legend, a man whose music shaped generations. Behind the soulful voice and legendary career was a man whose life was filled with betrayal, addiction, and secrets that even his biggest fans never knew.
Want to understand why he made the choices he made. It's not just like an open and closed book. You're curious as to what he was thinking when he married Barbara.
From shocking affairs to devastating scandals, the truth about Bobby Womack's personal life is far darker than the music industry ever let on. And once you hear what really happened, you'll never look at him the same way again. This is the real story of Bobby Womack. Bobby Womack was known as a ladies' man. He sang about love, heartbreak, and passion. But beneath the surface, there were rumors. Rumors that he might not have been who he claimed to be. Bobby Womack had a reputation for being a womanizer, but not everyone believed that was the full story. Some people in the industry speculated that Womack's lyrics weren't just about women. His emotional depth, his vulnerability in songs, and even his close relationships with certain male artists led people to question if he was hiding something. In the 1960s and 1970s, R&B and soul music were dominated by hyper-masculine images of black male artists. Marvin Gaye, Otis Redding, and Teddy Pendergrass built their brands on being strong, passionate, and irresistible to women. Bobby Womack was no different, at least on the surface. He sang songs about romance and longing, often portraying himself as a man deeply affected by love.
I wonder what y'all mind if I talk about this woman of mine. Is it all right if I talk about her?
But behind closed doors, whispers in the industry suggested that there might be more to his story. Some people speculated that Womack's lyrics weren't just about women. His music had an emotional depth that was rare among male R&B singers at the time. He wasn't afraid to show vulnerability, to express pain and sensitivity in ways that some listeners felt went beyond the typical tough guy persona of soul music. Then, there were his personal relationships. While Womack was known for his high-profile romances, particularly his scandalous marriage to Sam Cooke's widow Barbara and his later affair with Cooke's daughter, he also had unusually close relationships with certain male artists. The music industry has always been full of deep friendships, but some observers felt that Womack's interactions were different, more intimate, more secretive. Of course, this wasn't enough to prove anything, but in a time when masculinity was strictly defined and any deviation from the norm was met with suspicion, these little things were enough to start rumors.